Hello and welcome. It is Wednesday, September the 11th, and we are continuing our daily devotions about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and the fiery furnace. It comes from Daniel chapter 3, verses 16 through 23 for today, and here is the word of the Lord. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego replied to him, King Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us from your majesty's hand. But even if he does not, we want you to know, your majesty, that we will not serve your gods nor worship the image of gold you have set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar was furious with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and his attitude toward them changed. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter than usual, and commanded some of the strongest soldiers in his army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and throw them into the blazing furnace. So these men, wearing their robes, trousers, turbans, and other clothes, were bound and thrown into the blazing furnace. The king's command was so urgent and the furnace so hot that the flames of the fire killed the soldiers who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And these 3 men, firmly tied, fell into the blazing furnace. And that is the word of the Lord. Our article today is titled, This We Believe, by Joanne Shade. Here's what Joanne writes for us on this Wednesday. A furious Nebuchadnezzar was in a bind. He appointed Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego as administrators over Babylon in response to Daniel's earlier request. In the meantime, he had issued a decree, and now the astrologers had exposed the unwillingness of the 3 men to comply with the decree. The king was pressured by public exposure in his own rage to follow through on his threat of the fiery furnace. Perhaps, remembering his commitment to Daniel, he offered the young men one last chance. Fall down and worship and you can walk away. They refused. Now the king's humiliation was public. His rage increased, and any chance of avoiding his wrath disappeared. Into the flickering flames went the men, their words of faith echoing in their ears. The God we serve is able to deliver us, one way or another. Hundreds of years before Paul penned his letter to the Philippians, might it be that as the 3 young Jewish men stared into the waiting flames, they caught a glimpse of Philippians 1:21? For to me, to live is Christ, and to die is gain. It is well with my soul, written by Horatio Gates Spofford. Whatever my lot thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. And from the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. Therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. And this is your daily devotion for Wednesday, September the 11th. Have a blessed day.